Call to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Call roll. Jaden Bailey.
Present.
William Gutchalk.
Here.
Jeff Spinks.
Here.
Doug Tysted.
Here.
Daniel Clemens.
Here.
Joshua Zinger.
Here.
All present and accounted for except for three. First order of business is to introduce the new commissioner, Joshua Zinger, and to swear Joshua in. Josh, if you'd stand up and read your oath, we'd appreciate it.
I solemnly swear and affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Kansas and faithfully discharge my duties with Leavenworth County, so help me God.
Thank you, Josh. Welcome to the commission.
Al, could we also have the reappointments do it as well, please?
I'm sorry?
The reappointed members.
Yes. All the members that you've got the new oath in front of you, stand and read it at the same time, and we can do it all at once.
I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Kansas and faithfully discharge my duties with Leavenworth County. So help me God.
Thank you, Commissioners. Next order of business is it's time to elect a new chairman and co-chair for the next year.
I'd like to nominate you, Alan.
Sorry, can't do it again.
No, you're vice chair. You can be chair.
I can?
Yeah. Yes.
I
You can't be vice chair again.
I don't think I better do that. I would prefer that not to do that. Okay? Appreciate it. I'd like to accept or have a motion for a person for nomination for the chair for a one-year appointment.
Mr. Chairman, I would place into nomination if he's willing to accept William Gottschalk.
Decline.
Then I guess I would place into nomination if he would accept Jaden Bailey.
I would respectfully decline.
You're making this really hard,
I know.
guys. Okay, then you know who's next, right?
Dan.
I'm the newest guy beside these guys.
Then I would guess I would need to place into nomination Jeff.
Yeah,
You willing to accept?
I'll accept.
All right.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Jeff, you're the new man. Thank you. You do a fine job. I know it. I'd like to have a motion now for a co-chair to serve with Josh or with Jeff.
Who do you want?
I'd nominate Doug.
I'll accept.
Second. Good. We have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Unanimous. We have a new chair and a new co-chair for next year. Thank you, guys. We all had a chance to look over the minutes, the last minutes. I'd like to entertain a motion to accept
So moved.
approval. Okay, we have second. A roll call vote. Commissioner Bailey?
Yes.
Commissioner Gottschalk?
Yes.
Commissioner Speaks,
Yes.
Commissioner Tysted,
Abstain. I was not present.
Commissioner Clemens,
Yes.
Commissioner Zinger,
Yes.
abstain. Okay. Okay, we have approval of the minutes, Secretary's report.
All right, good evening, gentlemen. On the agenda today, you have 4 items on your consent agenda. All are plats. If you accept the agenda, all those will automatically be approved and sent on to the Board of County Commissioners. You also have 4 items on your regular agenda. 2 of them are plating actions, and then 2 are public hearings. So if you have any questions about the agenda, let us know. But that is all we have for you.
Questions or comments from the commissioners? Entertain a motion to accept the Secretary's report.
I believe that's the agenda.
Right. Now that including the consent agenda. Need a motion?
So move.
Second?
Second.
Have a motion and a second? Roll call vote. Commissioner Bailey?
Yes.
Commissioner Gutschalk?
Yes.
Commissioner Spinks?
Yes.
Commissioner Tysted?
Yes.
Commissioner Clemens?
Yes.
Commissioner Zinger?
Yes.
Have a motion, unanimous consent of the minutes, and do we have any declarations? Seeing none, we'll move on. We've got, did I get out of order here? We haven't, I
A
did.
little bit, but if you
Okay.
just do the declarations before each case, you'll be good.
Okay. And we've already had the approval of the agenda. We'll move on to the regular agenda. First case is case number DEV-25-061, Willis Boundary Line Adjustment Exception. Exception for Regulation Article 50, Section 40.31, lot depth and width ratio. Will the party please step forward?
Did you want to start with staff report first?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, staff report.
Okay. Case DEV 25061 is an exception request for a boundary line adjustment for the property at 18860 182nd Street. This parcel has a single-family house with some accessory structures on the parcel. They are wanting to split it into 2 parcels, which technically there are 2 tracts of land within this one boundary, so they are doing a boundary line adjustment, which they are entitled to do. However, based off of the constraints of the property, the layout is non-compliant with the 1-to-1 lot depth to lot width ratio. It exceeds it by approximately 300 feet, so that back part or lot parcel 2 is wider than it is deep. So they are requesting an exception from that. Their narrative was provided for you in your staff report. Staff also provided analysis of this request. If you have any additional questions, please let us know.
Any questions or comments from the commissioners?
My only question is that the lot, what is it, track 2, does not have public access?
So technically they have road frontage on State Avenue. However, the KDOT indicated that no new access would be granted. So the surveyor has provided an access easement on that southern portion of Tract 1 that would provide access to 182nd Street for that back parcel.
Okay, I guess I didn't see it. The easement, the access easement.
It's shown there. coloring might be a little weird, but it's that
Oh,
purple
okay.
right
And the
there.
purple? And it crosses the stream. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Any other questions or comments from commissioners at this time? Does the applicant wish to speak?
Good evening, Joe Herring, Herring Surveying, 315 North Fifth Street. Staff did a great job. There are some just interesting constraints on this property. There's an overhead transmission line. State highway denies them access. The goal was to get the pond with the existing house that's on the east side of the pond. That's why the west track is a little, they just kept it smaller to get more ground with the pond and everything, to give them a little more room and control the woods so the neighbors couldn't go in there and clear the woods all the way down to the pond and affect their view. So just an irregular shape that needed this exception to get best use out of the property.
Any commissioners have any questions or comments for Joe?
Joe, is the easement for the access realistic?
Yes, the easement is, and although it's not recorded yet, it will be recorded hopefully upon approval of this survey. That is a step that I was advised today that needs to happen first before we could record the easement. But it's already been signed, and it's and a new driveway's been constructed to it. So
Okay.
it's a.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any additional information to be presented?
No, sir.
Are there questions or comments from the members of the commission? I'll entertain a motion for approval of this action.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we hereby approve an exception from Article 50, Section 40.3.I, lot depth to lot width ratio in conformance with the zoning and subdivision regulations for case DEV-25-061, as submitted by the application based on a finding that all three criteria for an exception have been met.
We have a motion and a second. Any other comments at this time for the commissioners? We'll take a roll call vote. Commissioner Bailey.
Yes.
Commissioner Gutschalk.
Yes.
Commissioner Spinks.
Yes.
Commissioner Tysted.
Yes.
Commissioner Clemens.
Yes.
Commissioner Zinger.
Yes.
Unanimous vote. Motion is passed. Next item is DEV 25062 and 063, preliminary and a final plat, for Searles, third edition. Staff report.
Case DEV 2562 and 63 is a preliminary and final plat request. It's actually a replat of Lot 2 of the Sarles second edition subdivision. They would like to replat this as the third edition of that platting area. This is also a cross-access easement. This parcel in question is utilizing an existing driveway to benefit two lots that they would like to create through this platting action. As you can see, because of the way the existing driveway is, the frontage is generated off of that driveway, and it does not meet the lot depth to lot width ratios that are required per our zoning or subdivision regulations. Both exceed about 148 feet the maximum lot depth to lot width ratio. So an exception will need to be granted for that to move forward. If that exception is approved, the rest of the plat is compliant with our zoning and subdivision regulations, so staff is recommending approval, of course, if the exception is approved. That narrative was provided for you in your staff report as well as staff's analysis. So if you have any further questions, the applicant is also in attendance and they can answer any questions you may have.
Could you go back one slide, please?
Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't see a major access in the south. Okay, thank you.
Yes, that road does dead end.
Yep, it's the only real access is there on 214th. Okay.
Any other questions or comments for staff at this time? Would the applicant like to speak?
Good evening, Mr. Chairman and Commission. Crystal Voth, Atlas Land Consulting, 14500 Parallel Avenue. Amy did a great job laying it out in the staff report. As you noted, Commissioner Tystad, that street does dead end, obviously. Our client just wants to be able to divide this property into two. Obviously, with the large pond there and such, there's just a couple of things that we've got to work around. So we've done our best to make it as uniform as we possibly can, but we appreciate your consideration. I'll answer any questions that you may have, but ultimately just asking for that exception and approval of this two-lot replat.
Thank you. Commissioners, have any questions or comments?
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments from the commissioners at this time? I'll entertain a motion for approval of the item number DEV 25-062-063.
Mr. Chairman, I find that all three criteria for an exception from Article 50, Section 40.3.I, lot depth to lot width of the zoning and subdivision regulations for case DEV 25-062 and 063 have been met as submitted by the applicant, and hereby move to approve the exception as submitted by the applicant.
Thank you. Do I have a second? I got a motion and a second. Any discussion from the commissioners or staff? Roll call vote. Commissioner Bailey.
Yes.
Commissioner Gutchalk.
Yes.
Commissioner Spinks.
Yes.
Commissioner Tystad.
Yes.
Commissioner Clemens.
Yes.
Commissioner Zinger.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously.
Mr. Chairman, I also find that the subdivision request complies with the zoning and subdivision regulations, and I move to recommend approval to the Board of County Commissioners of the request as outlined in case DEV-25-062-063 based on the recommendation of the planning staff and the findings as set forth in the staff report.
Thank you.
Second.
Second. Have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Roll call vote. Commissioner Bailey.
Yes.
Commissioner Gutchalk.
Yes.
Commissioner Spinks.
Yes.
Commissioner Tystad.
Yes.
Commissioner Clemens.
Yes.
Commissioner Zinger.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously. So I should have been reading this about when it'll be heard by the county commissioners.
Yeah, if you just want to go, this item will be heard by the Board of County Commissioners at the date
Okay.
listed there.
Board of County Commissioners will consider this item no earlier than July 23rd, 2025 at 9 a.m. in the Leavenworth County Courthouse. Next item is case number DEV-25-070, a rezoning request for from an RR5 to an R2.5 as outlined on the posted agenda. This is a public hearing. Anybody wishing to speak for or against will have 5 minutes to speak. When you hear the alarm go off, please be seated. Planning staff will now give their staff report.
All right, case DEV 25070 is a rezoning request for the properties at 17210 and 00 or Hempel Road and then 00000 Linwood Road. This is all under single ownership. As you can see by this zoning map, the parcel on Linwood Road is already partially zoned RR 2.5. This request is for that western half of that parcel and then the entirety of the parcel on Hemphill Road. The future land use map for this parcel identifies this area for residential 2.5 acre minimum zoning, which is compliant with the request. Staff did review this request based off of the golden factors. That analysis was provided for you in your staff report. However, staff is supportive of this request primarily because it does comply with the future land use map. The applicant agent is in attendance today, so if you have any questions for them, she would be happy to answer them. If you have any questions for me, please let me know.
Any questions at this time from the commissioners? This is a public, the public comment portion of this hearing is now open. Will the applicant please come forward?
Crystal Voth, Atlas Land Consulting, 14500 Parallel, Basehor, Kansas. Again, staff did a great job of laying this out. This meets all of the golden factors required to be required for a rezoning request. Sorry, I got tongue-tied there. This is being done for family estate planning purposes. There are several siblings in this family. The parents have now passed away. So they are requesting to rezone this property so it matches the zoning across, and you can see that we do intend to submit a plat, assuming that this rezoning request is approved, that will look very similar to this. Like I said, this is really for family estate planning purposes. We'll answer any other questions that you may have, but your consideration is greatly appreciated.
Commissioners, do you have any questions at this time?
I know that's unusual.
Thank you. We will now hear from all individuals present wishing to speak in favor of this request. In favor of this request. Seeing none, we will now hear from all individuals present wishing to speak in opposition to this request. Seeing none, is there any additional information to be presented?
No, sir. Just I forgot to switch to this slide. This is the concept plan that the applicant did provide. Crystal already went over that. Again, they are not tied to this. If this rezoning is approved, this is just a conceptual idea of what they may choose to do if this rezoning is approved.
The public comment portion of this hearing is now closed. Kansas law allows for a petition protesting a decision of the Planning Commission to be filed. That petition must be filed within 14 calendar days after date of the public hearing. Additional information on the filing and protest petitions can be obtained from the Office of Planning and Zoning. Are there any questions or comments from members of the Commission? I'll entertain a motion on this request.
Mr. Chairman, I find that the rezoning request complies with the golden factors and move to recommend approval to the Board of County Commissioners of the request as outlined in case DEV 25070 based on the recommendation of the planning staff and the findings as set forth in the staff report.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments at this time from the commissioners or the staff? Any discussion on this motion? Roll call vote. Commissioner Bailey,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutschall,
Yes.
Commissioner Spinks,
Yes.
Commissioner Tystad,
Yes.
Commissioner Clemens,
Yes.
Commissioner Zinger.
Yes.
Motion passes. Board of County Commissioners will consider this item no earlier than July 30th, 2025 meeting. The commission agenda is posted on the Leavenworth County website and is available for public viewing. Next item is DEV-25-069. This is also a public hearing. Planning staff will now give the staff report, please.
Case DEV 25069 is a request for a special use permit for Freedom Boat and RV Storage. This is an existing operating business. This business has been in operation for 28 years. It was originally approved for an SUP in 1997. Due to recent text amendments within the zoning and subdivision regulations, when a parcel that has an SUP sells to a new owner, that new owner must come in and reapply for a special use permit at the time that they acquire the parcel. That is the case for this request. The applicant is in the process of purchasing the parcel. They have indicated on their application that they will not be changing any of the operations on the site. They just want to buy it as is and continue to operate it under the existing conditions that it was approved under. The narrative was provided for you in the application. Staff did review it based off of the 7 golden factors. That analysis was also provided for you within the staff report. If you have any questions about that, please let us know. Staff did also include some proposed conditions if you do choose to approve this request. Most of those proposed conditions are based off of the existing SUP that is operating on that site at this time.
Any comments or questions from the commissioners at this point for the staff? The public portion of this hearing is now open. Does the applicant wish to speak?
Good evening. My name is Kim Brown. I am the real estate professional that has the property listed, and I just wanted to come before you tonight and let you know that obviously we have entertained a ready, willing buyer to take over the current operations that's been serving the community for boat and RV storage, as they've mentioned, for almost 20 years in its current condition. And so I would just like to encourage you and ask you to approve this special use permit to continue serving the existing patrons of Leavenworth County the way that it has been operating in the past. Do you have any questions for me?
Has
the property sold?
The property is in the process of going under contract. Of course, as you can imagine, the new buyer would not want to buy the property until they know they can continue to operate in its current condition. Otherwise, we'd have to displace about 40 current tenants.
My second question really goes to, is there any intent for growth in the business of storing RVs and boats in the purchase of this property?
Sure. Obviously, when the current owners took over the property, the buildings were maximized to be able to store and hold different products in a much more profitable fashion, right? And make it easy for them to be able to take RVs out of one, boats out of one. And so there have definitely been some refining opportunities for the current owners. I imagine the new owners would take that same mindset as they take over the business themselves. Outside of the buildings and the restrictions that we've clearly gone over together in regards to what they can and can't do, the operating hours, the type of items that they're storing. They have no intentions at this time to change the existing model or the business operations in order to get the special use permit approved so that we can enter fully into a contract.
If I could add to that, Commissioner, they are bound by the conditions of the SUP. If they expand the business, it changes the conditions of the SUP, and it has to go back through the process again.
Okay, and that was I don't remember seeing it in the conditions, but that's a condition of the conditions.
Right.
Okay.
It's approved per the narrative and per the
narrative,
plan.
right.
And
Okay.
their intention's not to change,
And
clearly stated in the narrative.
And the narrative
not to
did
change.
not show growth.
Right. No anticipated growth. The existing conditions from the original SUP are applicable, so they are bound by those criteria.
Okay, thank you.
And do I understand this right, that this approval would be for the new owner?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Has the new owner seen all of these conditions and agreed to it?
Yes, sir. The new owner was here and had a pre-planning meeting with the team to understand how the current business is operating, what they've been permitted to and allowed to do, and they've accepted those terms and would like to move forward and purchase the property.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We will now hear from those individuals present wishing to speak in favor of this request. In favor of the request. Please state your name and address.
My name's Kenneth Shannon, and my wife's Deborah. Address is 22659 155th. We're right next door to this. We had no problems with the past two owners of the property. I just wanted to make sure that it was going to maintain the same, because there was an attempt to buy the property and property across the street and then put outside storage, but that was all nixed. So that's my only concern, and you've answered my questions with this here, that they're bound by it. And 'cause I don't want to see a bunch of RVs and boats and stuff sitting outside, because it's a little over 5 acres. It's 5.5 acres of property.
You are in favor of this passing?
As long as it stays
This
like
way.
that, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Any questions or comments from the commissioners? No. Thank you. Anyone else speak? No. Please state your name and address.
Yeah, my name is Jake Heller. I am at 22595 155th Street. We're directly on the other side of you guys. We're on the south end of it. Had the same concerns. Can that narrative be shared with us? Is something that, I mean, I understand what's in it, but my big concern was, one, is are they going to expand, and two, right now it's not self-service. They open a gate when they know someone's coming. He uses his own tractor to move boats, RVs out of the way. I just don't want to drive up traffic, especially people that, I mean, I have little kids. Just don't want to bring any more traffic our direction outside of what the owner is anticipating. So I don't know what that narrative says, but I would just like for it to be really tight. And if anything like that were to change, that it does go back in front of the board. So that was it.
Thank you. Any questions from commissioners?
John?
No, I'm waiting. I told her to wait until you're done.
Any comments from staff?
Oh, yes. I just wanted to address his concern. I did not put the narrative up on this PowerPoint, but it was in the agenda packet. To be clear, this was the narrative from 2019 when this was reapplied for. They had indicated on the top that they are not requesting any changes. Within that narrative, it does also state that that the boats and RVs stored there would be dropped off at the gates, and the owners would be the ones that would take it and put it in the buildings for the building safety purposes. So as my understanding, that will not change. And additionally, there was concerns about parking outdoors. As you can see, condition number 11, storage of all RVs, boats, and similar vehicles to be within an enclosed building. So.
Okay, thanks, Amy.
Is there something that we can have that is is that public?
It's on the website,
And there it
on
is.
the agenda. Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else wishing to speak in favor?
My name's Denise Barber. I live next to Jake. Same concerns. It sounds like everything's been answered. I feel satisfied. You guys feel satisfied?
I think so.
Well, if we got happy neighbors, everything is good. Anyone else wishing to speak in favor? Seeing none, we will entertain any comments from anyone wanting to oppose this item. Seeing none, is there any additional information to be presented?
No, sir. Just again that you can find the full agenda packet on the county's website underneath the Planning Commission page. The agenda's there.
Public comment portion of this hearing is now closed. Kansas law allows for a petition protesting a decision of a planning commission to be filed. That portion must be filed within 14 calendar days after the date of the public hearing. Additional information on the filing of a protest can be obtained from the Office of Planning and Zoning. Are there any questions or comments from the commissions?
Mr. Chairman, I would just make one comment to the neighbors who were here with their concerns. One of the ways that we enforce the standards and the conditions in this county is through the public. And so I appreciate that you've shown up, and I also would just encourage you to keep an eye out, and if there are issues, please report them, because that's how things get, that's how we help the community police or enforce the standards. And so, I appreciate y'all coming and speaking and asking those hard questions.
Anything else from any of the commissioners or the staff? I'll entertain a motion on this request.
Mr. Chairman, I find that the special uses permit request complies with the golden factors, and I move to recommend approval to the Board of County Commissioners of the request as outlined in case DEV 25-069, based on the recommendation of the planning staff and the findings as set forth in the staff report.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion from the commissioners? Any comments or anything from the staff? Take a roll call vote. Commissioner Bailey.
Yes.
Commissioner Gutschall.
Yes.
Commissioner Spinks.
Yes.
Commissioner Tysted.
Yes.
Commissioner Clemens.
Yes.
Commissioner Zinger.
Yes.
Another unanimous vote. This motion is carried. The Board of County Commissioners will consider this item no later or no earlier than July 30th, 2025 at 9 a.m. in the Leavenworth County Courthouse. Motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're adjourned.